Hello everyone and welcome to this week's reviews. 3 years ago, Toonbox Entertainment unleashed Surly Squirrel and his quest for some nuts onto the big screen. Most hated it. I infamously liked it. Now they're back with a sequel, this time with their beloved park in danger. Can new director Kyle Brunker produce a superior follow-up? Here is The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. Like I said, I liked the first film as an enjoyable and funny little cartoon escapade in the Looney Tunes tradition, although even I will admit the Nut Job might have overdid it with the fart jokes and modern Korean pop. This sequel manages to top its predecessor by being smarter and avoiding the aforementioned distractions. There is not a single fart joke anywhere. They actually manage to restrain themselves here. The lines have a wittier quality to them, while the slapstick manages to deliver some inspired gags. We also see a character progression with Surly. We see how the events of the previous film and what has happened since changed him in certain ways. Oh, he still has his jerkish qualities, otherwise he would have to change his name. However, his actions exist to help his park critter pals rather than just himself. The addition of a gang of kung fu mice also allows some great laughs. The film's villain is the developer who plans to bulldoze the park to put up an amusement park, and usually this would annoy me. However, by also making him the mayor, there's an added element to this industrialist, and there's a bit of sly commentary thrown in, especially in how he treats the media. The animation is also taken a serious upgrade. The first Nut Job looked decent enough, but there are shots in The Nut Job 2 that almost look like out of a Pixar or DreamWorks film. I don't know if Toonbox upgraded the software or were given a larger budget, but this is a beautiful looking film. The action and chase scenes are excellently directed with the proper energy, although the story also takes time to slow down. There is a bit of an odd detour in the second act as they include a subplot with the mayor's daughter that exists mainly to add more to Precious the Pug's screen time and add another chase scene. There's also a flashback scene, and I understand why it's there, but it interrupts the flow somewhat. Nonetheless, The Nut Job 2 is a funny and enjoyable little animated comedy, and I think even those who hated the first film, and there were many that did, might warm up to this one a bit more. The filmmakers seem to take the criticisms to heart and make a solid sequel. Next up is the true story of a family living off the grid and the daughter trying to escape in the glass castle. Last year, a film was released called Captain Fantastic, and I cannot help but think back to it while watching the glass castle. Captain Fantastic decided to paint child abuse, new age education, and toxic parenting as quirky, offbeat, and sticking it to the man. Thankfully, the Glass Castle does not do that. It never sugarcoats how harmful and horrible the father is in this film, and I greatly appreciate. In Captain Fantastic, only one person calls the father out on his BS, and we're meant to see him as the antagonist. In this film, everyone tells Rex Walls how terrible and traumatizing his parenting is, and they're correct. The film employs a technique where we flash back to Jeanette Walls growing up in this family, and how she attempted to survive with this destructive, alcoholic, abusive father. While we see a couple of his positive traits, the film highlights a lot more his negative traits and shows what toxic parenting is. We never meant to root for him, and the film shows the mental psyche this plays on not just Jeanette and her siblings, but her mother too. We're not meant to root for Rex, and his actions are not painted in comedic strokes and quirky humor. The film shows that somebody's good aspects are not enough when they're horrible human beings in every other aspect. Brie Larson gives a strong performance, showing the anger in her eyes at this man who had no idea how to care for children outside of pointing to the stars. Woody Harrelson also shows the complex nature of Rex, without softening him or making him likable. Due to the film being told from Jeanette's point of view, her siblings are sort of background characters a lot of the time. And I felt the final 10 minutes did not quite gel with what preceded them and could have been cut. Otherwise, I think it's important to show dysfunctional families like this are not quirky and charming. These parenting ideas are unsafe and cruel. Thanks for watching this week's reviews, and I'll see you next time.